Griffins! Today is Monday, June 1st, and it is an A-Day. I'm Mrs. Saunders, and I'm here with your latest Lincoln Park news. Please remember to sign into the attendance form that can be found on the Lincoln Park Board of Ed website. Please make sure you are using your LINCPK email address. Reminder to all students, lunch is available today for everyone at school for no charge. If you come to pick up lunch today, you will get 2 days worth of lunch. The World Cup tournament rolls on. Viva Mexico! I hope my homeroom's still in it. Now let's cut to Mr. Winston with our latest updates.
All right, Griffins, we're here. Day 9 for group play from the World Cup Sports Desk. I'm Mr. Winston. This is Tyler. We're going to give you scores. We have 2 more days of group play, and then we'll be going into the round of 16. So for today, our first game, we had Mr. Lee, Korea Republic versus Germany, Mr. Spencer. And the score of that game was 2-2. All right, so we had a tie there. I know Mr. Grew mentioned on Friday he doesn't like ties, but that's what happens in group play. So our next game, we had Sweden, Madam Knert's homeroom versus Mexico, Miss Saunders. The battle of the foreign language teachers. So the score of that game was Sweden had 2 and Mexico 0. All right, so Madam Knert's homeroom wins that game. All right, next up we had Brazil, Mrs. Riley's homeroom versus Serbia, Mr. Medina's homeroom. Let's cut to the highlights of this game. All right, so as you just saw, Miss Riley's homeroom scored 3, and Miss Medina had 0. All right, so 3-0. That was Brazil 3, and Serbia was 0. All right, our final game to report on for day 9 was Miss Zamet, Switzerland, facing off against Miss Gibbs-Densky, Costa Rica. And if you watched last week, you saw Miss Gibbs-Densky's homeroom with their little chant, which they did a really nice job with. So we had the score of that game. Miss Zamet scored 2, and Costa Rica, Miss Gibbs-Densky's 0. All right, so Miss Zamet wins that game. All right, so that wraps up the scores for today. Moving on till tomorrow, which will be our final day of group play, and then we'll announce who's moving on. We'll have the front office facing off on Miss Koldyke's homeroom, preschool versus Mr. Jones, Miss Bonswitz versus Miss Stroh, Miss Fringolis versus Miss Bergman. So stay tuned tomorrow for those scores, and we'll be talking about who's moving on.
All right, Griffins, you had all weekend to try to figure out where in the world Mrs. Nelson was. Now let's see where those fire doors were located.
Hi, Griffins. It's Mrs. Nelson. If you guessed the fire doors outside of Mr. Meyer and Mrs. Peary's offices, you were right.
Over the weekend, we missed the birthdays of Olivia Edwards, Tala Cater, and Corey Matson. And today, we have the birthday of Alexia Nim. Happy birthday! For lunch, you can have anything you'd like, whatever's in your fridge, or whatever you feel like making. I might have a turkey sandwich. That sounds good. Have a Griff-tastic day.